Monday. It is going to be another eventful week over here. LTMP crew, we're going to be having some fun as usual. Nothing too crazy really happening this morning. Again, the market's pulling back, just kind of giving back a little bit of those gains, mean reverting from the move that we saw on Friday there, which, again, like I said in the pre-market plan, I don't really see as really being a big problem. We kind of got that kind of neutral or a little bit dovish comments from Powell on Friday, which, again, I think the market was not expecting, obviously, especially after seeing what the market was doing in the beginning of the week last week. We do have NVIDIA earnings coming up this week as well. We have GDP, I think it's the first revision on Thursday, and then PCE on Friday. All of those data points can definitely move things around. I don't think I would expect PCE to come in super low. I do think it's going to be higher year over year. But what's really going to be important is how does PCE come in versus the overall market's expectation. I think everybody is kind of expecting some of these inflation metrics to move up a little, but not anything crazy here. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's also, since it's the last week, everybody, before prices go up for LTMP, we're going to do public live streams all day this week until Thursday, I think. I don't think I'm going to be able to stream on Friday. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Friday and Tuesday, I'm not going to be here. So, well, maybe Friday, definitely Tuesday, I'm not going to be here. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot. Spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn. Again, I'm the only person that you guys know on YouTube that's demonetized for how many 1000% trades that they hand out to their community and they talk about. I mean, I say that, and I feel like some of you guys are still like, oh, I don't know. How many more you want to see? We saw the 1000%er on Neo last week. We saw the Walmart one, the 6000% Kohl's, the 3600% D-Nut, the 1000% AEO. I'm just going to keep calling them out. But, guys, we have a 200 like goal on the stream. Let's see if we can hit it today. I think we might be able to hit it at some point this week. So, no slackers. Let's get into it over here. We've got some interesting moves. I like this base on Chipotle. If we can get above, 44.27, we could have some fun there. Neo, again, though, guys, looking absolutely phenomenal in the pre-market here. Up another 5%. It was flirting with 7 yesterday during the overnight session, so we'll see what happens with this. Our earnings, I believe, are next Tuesday on Neo, so that was a little mistake in the pre-market plan. It's not tomorrow, it's next Tuesday. But yeah, next target on this one. I know all of you guys that took this are wildly free on this position. That was the most recent 1000%er that I handed out to everybody. Looks awesome. I mean, this is textbook. We're just going to keep calling them out. Again, guys, every single potential trade idea that I outlined for the group has the potential to run multi-hundred, if not multi-thousands of % in gains. That's why everybody's able to have so much success in there. So, let's see who we got in here this morning. We've got Michael, Don, Gerald, Daly, Taylor, Dr. Bob, Basket, Taylor, David, GC, Rogue, Al. We've got Eddie, Be Free, Ian, Jesse, Gray. We've got Ryan, Reaper, John, Kimberly, Daly, Taylor, MO, Dumps It. We've got Diego, Gene, Jax, MO, Reaper. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. You only hit the like button on the private streams? The ones where the like button doesn't matter? Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. But yeah, we'll do public lives this week. Again, guys, this is the last week for those of you guys sitting on the sidelines right now to lock in the lower rate for LTMP and get your first month for 50% off with code August. The link is pinned to the top of the live chat there. Again, when you guys hop in, you get access to both full-length course curriculum videos, the daily private live streams, which are at this time every single day, the full watch list of stocks and cryptos that are about to explode before they do, the pre-market plans, the macro research reports, single stock research reports, direct access to me to answer all of your questions. I mean, you guys see the results of the group every single week. I don't know how many more of these crazy trades that you need to see to understand that LTMP and the way that we operate in the market is the proper way for everybody to be operating. Newsmax down a little bit here. I still really like this chart. I want to see if that can get some follow through. Novo looking pretty good this morning though. Looking to get above Friday's high. That'd be nice. So again, I have 1,000 shares of Novo now. Nothing crazy, but and I picked up some leaps. So that could be fun. I like Adobe here as well. It's not a perfect setup. But I do like that potential break of 364.20 here heading into earnings in about a week or two. So we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. It's going to be an interesting one. Join LTMP. You won't regret it. Thanks, STV. Gene, appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, everybody's having fun in there. We're all making money, having a good time. I mean, this is your last chance. If you want to pay the higher rate after this week, I mean, by all means, you can. But this is the last week to lock in the lower monthly rate for LTMP. So you either see it or you don't at this point. It's been right in front of you the entire time. Nobody else is handing out these consistent 1,000% trades. We'll see if we can get another one this week. I think it's going to be possible. Well, who knows, though? Trading cards at GameStop? Yeah, I don't care about that. I saw it. I just don't care. You know? Just joined a few days ago. Mr. K, welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's like, Ryan, I don't. GameStop's selling trading cards, giving Bitcoin away. All right. Like, they can do what they want. Yeah, nothing really crazy happening with the market. We got about 9 minutes to go until market open here. We'll see what we get. Yields, not really doing much here. I think, again, you could see another volatile week, especially going into GDP Thursday and PCE on Friday. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Are you guys slacking on the like button this morning, or are you guys doing good? Oh, you guys are doing real good. 9 away from being a quarter of the way there already. We're almost at 50. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. All right. Let me see what's going on Twitter here. There's a lot going on. Lot of love seeing their stock price go up. They're talking about the Intel deal. Paid $0 for Intel. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true if they're getting CHIPS Act money, but we'll see. What else is happening? Favorites from the watch list this week: Chipotle and Webull. Webull's good on the weekly. I like Adobe. What else? I like NEE, but I don't know about utilities right now. They're all good. I mean, they're all really, really good setups. I like eBay. Palo Alto looks good. There's a lot of really good ones, guys. Like, really good ones. PDD shark finned hard off earnings. Did it? Was earnings today? Oh! Yeah, I mean, this is a great example of why, like, PDD was up, like, I don't know, I think it was at like 135 at one point this morning. Like, it was up a lot. This is a great example. Oh, Webull earnings are on Thursday. Oh, never mind then. This is a great example of why we don't touch anything going into earnings. It's a perfect example. Everything that I talk about with you guys, and when I say stay away from certain things, or this is kind of how you want to be doing things, not this other way, there's a reason for it. You don't want to be slinging things, even if the setups are good, going into earnings. You just got to wait. That's not going to be for you, because now you're seeing, well, if you had any PDD calls, I mean, this is just going to get murdered. That's why when we were looking at this setup last week, and I was like, well, it looks great, but I'm not going to go anywhere near it, because we had that projected earnings date coming up. So pay attention or pay a premium. Let's see. I'd love for Newsmax to get ripping up through 16. That'd be nice, you know? Seeing Newsmax get to 16, at least. I think if it breaks 16, you could see a pretty straight shot to 20. Over a couple of day period. Yeah, I like Chipotle a lot. I think I have it, or I had it up here. I do like it. It's not perfect, but it is a nice basin break setup here. Mean revert back into the earnings gap. I think it could easily do that very quickly. You saw all of like those like fast casual restaurants just get wiped on earnings. Chipotle, Sweetgreen, Cava, they all got killed. I mean, let me see where Cava is. They're kind of doing all the similar things here. Sweetgreen, they all got murdered on earnings. Did Chili's? Not really. It's just been kind of trending down. So we'll see. Anybody still holding these Neo calls? I mean, you guys might be up 1,500%, 1,500% on these. I don't know what they were at the peak on Friday, but I know they're going to be up more than that. You know? So, another gem. Another gem, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you're not an LTMP yet, I don't know what you're doing. I seriously don't. We're just going to keep doing this. The most epic trades in the market are going to keep getting called out and executed on. So we've got a couple interesting ones this week. I'd love to see Newsmax get going because this has some serious potential here. All right, we got some more stuff coming through the news feed. I'm going to see what that is. No. No, nothing. Nothing important. Where's Novo? Novo's looking really good. Yeah, I mean, the last time I gave you guys this one was right around 50 here. Or it was this Friday. 5-minute opening range break on this. That was really good. Still holding Neo shares? So am I. I mean, I have 4,000 shares at 455. Not a big position, treating it like an option, but it's definitely doing very well. I'd love to see this thing get to 7, 8, 10, but like this is a little bit too much of an aggressive move for me. To really say that this thing's gonna wildly continue. The entry that LTMP got was right around 5 for the trade. The what do you call it? The shares we own at 455. With a lot of your averages probably being a lot lower if you were buying some of these bases here, but yeah, it's moving very fast, and it does do this, but there are a lot of shark fins on this chart here that you do have to be careful about, and especially with earnings next week. I mean, if you have short-dated positions, those should already be incredibly free. I saw so many of you guys being up over 1,000% on those options. I mean, you could target 7 maybe as a next target, and then that 770, just go for those round numbers, and then kind of hold something for free for earnings if you want to, but the trade is kind of already done what we needed it to do, guys. Trump getting, he's basically giving them money from the CHIPS Act and then getting a stake in it, which is basically not free, so... See what I'm saying? It's like, it's another epic move that just like, do you really want to risk it on earnings? Because are they going to be that good? I mean, I'm not really expecting much out of Neo's earnings until like next year, you know? So 3 minutes to go until open here. Let's see what we get today. Novo looking good. Well, there's a lot of things I like. Everything on the watch list looks really good. Like, really good. I like the bases. Obviously, I'm going to lean more towards a base like that because there's more meat on the bone. Like, eBay I love, and it kind of reminds me of Roblox. That 600%er we nailed on Roblox. I like Palo, too. How's that looking? Yeah, that could be an interesting one. This week, there's a lot of good ones on the watch list, and there's going to be a lot more forming too, because a lot of these like fish hooks in the market, you just saw a lot of these short-term trend shifts, and it's going to take a couple of days for them to balance out. But towards the end of this week and going into next week, we're going to have, I would assume, depending on what happens with like GDP Thursday and PCE Friday, we should have a lot more setups too. LMT still, I mean, I think it's still just grinding up. I mean, not really. You kind of ran up and hit that target on Friday. So after that, I mean, it should be free. If not, I mean, that was kind of a good spot to just start taking some off at least, because I think it was, what, 450, 158 was that first target there. So that one hit. I wouldn't be looking at this now, though. If you're already in it, I mean, you could ride the free position out, but other than that, I'd probably just leave it be. You guys are crushing the like button today. Thank you, guys. Let's see. I mean, we have 2 minutes to go. I don't know if we can get to 100 by open, but we do have the 100 like goal on the stream. But yeah, shout out to all of you guys that took advantage of this Neo idea. I think this is just another really, really awesome showcasing of the LTMP system and the way that we operate in the market. Here's yet another 1,000% trade that you guys sitting on the sidelines that are not in LTMP yet have missed. So again, remember, this is the last week, guys, for you guys to lock in the lower rate to LTMP and use code August. You can literally get your first month for $1 a day. So this is it. You guys either are topping in this week or you're going to get forced to pay the higher rate later after you see even more epic rounds of 1,000% trades firing off, because they're just going to keep happening. That's how we do things here. Every trade that I outline for everybody has the ability to run multi-hundreds, if not multi-thousands of percent. Every time. Let's see. I'd like for Newsmax to get going. That'd be nice. Novo looking to open near Friday's high. That's nice. Novo looking good. I like that. Chipotle, I like. It would take a lot for Chipotle to get going today, but we'll see. I don't think anything from the watch list is that close to alerting, but we'll see. Is this my new start time? No. The only reason why we're starting up early this week is because it's the last week before the prices for LTMP go up. So I'm just kind of going live a little bit more for you guys on here so that you guys can kind of see what we do. But usually this is the time that I'm live privately for the group. So going next week, starting next Wednesday, because I won't be around Tuesday, we'll be back to the normal 10:30 a.m. time. All right, ding, ding, ding. Market's open here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Neo looking good. Newsmax, little red. Let's see. Novo not really doing anything here. All right. Neo looks great, though. 660. That looks great. They could give good guidance. They definitely could. Yeah, exactly, Daniel. Which is why you're going to want to be, like, especially with the short-dated positions that I gave you guys, it's like, how much more do you want? Like, let's see, how much, what do you guys, if the Neos have updated, how much are you guys up on this? It's got to be something ridiculous. Chipotle, nothing. I want to see where Adobe is. Oh, yeah, there's Adobe. And it's a little early, though. So we would look for the 5-minute opening range on this one since it's tapping right at open here. I just want to see what the premiums are like. Ooh, they're being a little rude. They're being a little rude on this chain. Hello. They're juicing these. Ooh, Adobe. What's up with that? Oh, that's why. Because all of these cover earnings. Novo moving. That's nice. Sofi, is Sofi ripping too? Yup, Sofi looking good there, 25.50. That's good. Novo tried to get through those highs. Yeah, I think I mean, let me see what the next weeks are. All right, I don't hate the next weeks. I'd probably look for the 5-minute opening range though, because it's just a little early for me. If you held Neo, it would have been really close to 2,000%. Yeah, I mean, I like this. I just am a little weirded out about it. The spreads are wide here. Again, you don't want to be slinging things around right at open. You want to wait for everything to confirm always. Let's see. Newsmax not doing so hot there. All right, let's see. Yeah, these have time on them, though. I have October's on this, so I'm going to leave that be for a little bit. Novo looking good here, though. Those leaps have got to be up a little bit here. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely are. Yeah, they're up like 12%. That's not bad. Newsmax not really doing it for us there. We'll see. That thing's a wild one. It can get a mind of its own. What else? Where's okay, I want to look for this 5-minute opening range break. If that's going to be the high. Where is Palo here? How's that looking? Nothing yet. PayPal, let's see. Not the biggest fan. Neo in the red now. Interesting. I kind of like this. Let's see. Yeah, Adobe does look good. I just want to wait for the 5-minute opening range. Because then you know where your risk is. Yeah, it's moving. Let's see. Yeah, I like it. Let's see if that 5-minute opening range can get tapped above. Let's see. It does look good. It's just, again, it's not perfect, but it's decent enough. Newsmax trying to fight its way back up here a little bit. Novo looks good. What else? What's the market doing? Nothing crazy. Let's see. But yeah, guys, remember, this is the last week for you guys to lock in the lower rate for LTMP if you miss it. And again, you guys can still get your first month 50% off too. It's $1 a day. Let's see here. Novo looks good. Yeah, Adobe hasn't really done it yet. You're going to need to see that break to the upside here to confirm. 364.72. That's what you want to see. This is why you don't screw around with these right at open. You got to wait for that confirmation. Even though we get the level break, it can't be right in the first 3 minutes. You can't have that. Let's see. Novo looks good. Neo, Newsmax could easily fight its way back above 15. We'll see, though. Smash the like button, peeps. Thanks, Justin. I appreciate that, buddy. All right, let's see what we're getting here. Yeah, it is going to be a little bit weird. GDP and PCE coming out Friday, so just be aware of those dates. Same. This is why you wait. Don't get too jumpy right at market open. You can't be doing that. Market pushing higher here. There we go. Novo looks good. There we go. BTC to 0. Drone industry. Let's see. Another red day in the market? Yeah, maybe. I mean, not really. It's like what? It's up. It's down 0.2% after what we saw on Friday. Who cares? Novo looks really good here, though. Really good. What about Neo? What about it? I mean, do you guys are you guys asking for more 1,000% trades? Like, what else could you possibly want? What else could you possibly want? You've got like the person handing out the most amount of 1,000% trades ever here. There's another one. Probably smart to be taking profits on this thing. Neo isn't done. I'd say odds are pretty high that it is in the short term. Who knows though? It could just continue. And you got earnings next week. We'll see. So still waiting to see if Adobe wants to come up to the top side of that 5-minute opening range. It doesn't look like it wants to right now. Just joined the Discord, Daily Pizza. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yep, taking advantage of that last week to lock in the lower rate for LTMP. There you go. There you go. More, please. I want some more. I'm going to get you guys more. You just got to be patient. Is it up on... Well, it was. Now it's up a little. It's up 1.5%. Again, okay, so here's the thing. With Neo here, guys, and wow, we're 10 likes away from 100. Thank you, guys. We have that 200 like goal on the stream. We might hit that today. That's awesome. Okay, so here's the deal with Neo. If you're going to be looking at this from a short-term trade, you guys had everything in front of you. I called this one on Twitter, on YouTube. This one was called directly in front of you. So first things first, if you guys aren't following me on Twitter yet, I'll throw the link to the Twitter account in the live chat right here. So make sure you guys are following me over there. The second thing, though, is that, okay, everybody in LTMP that took this one should already be up at a minimum multi-hundred, and a lot of you guys are up well over 1,000% on this move. This is not anything that you want to be trading in the short term. If you're thinking medium to long term about Neo, it comes down to one thing: execution. Are they able to hit their goals that they have outlined to shareholders? Everything else is just noise. That's it. MSOS, is it moving? Oh yeah, there goes MSOS. Yeah, that's starting to move there too. That looks good. Is Tilray moving too? I gave you guys this one on Twitter. Yeah, there it is. I called this one too on Twitter yesterday. So again, guys, I don't know how many more times you guys want to see me do this. Tilray is up 16% right now. What more could you possibly ask for? Who else is doing this? Look at this. This is the tweet from yesterday. Tilray, amazing chart here, prime for a massive move to the upside. With rescheduling rumors circulating, all the cannabis names need to be high up on your watch list. Oh, boom, up 17% today. Dude, what? I'm going to throw the link to LTMP in here for you guys too. So, let's see. Here you go. Use code August to get you your first month for $1 a day. There you guys go. Oh, and make sure, again, all you got to do is just connect your WAP account to your Discord account, and you'll be good to go. Novo pushing up 19% in Tilray. Great work, guys. I mean, I don't know how many more times you guys want to see me do this. I'm just going to keep doing it over and over and over and over again. The best trades in the market every single week. Let's see. What else we got here? You want to see me do it until the new retirement age? 67. All right. Once you guys learn the skills, you've got the lifelong skill that nobody can take away from you to do this too, which is the point. Yeah, Novo's hunting 58 here. I like that. Novo. Yeah, chill day so far. Nothing really new. The only thing I'm looking for is to see if Adobe can crack to the upside of that 5-minute opening range. And the reason for that, guys, is this is the other thing too. I think a lot of people get a little bit too excited at market open. I don't really care how good the setup looks. If it's gonna hit a level right at market open that we're interested in, it almost doesn't matter, because you don't have, when market open happens, you have all sorts of crazy orders getting filled, volatility up, down, left, right, all over the place in the market. So you don't actually have a good spot to put your risk, and that's the problem. So that's why when I say oh, we're gonna wait for the 5-minute opening range, it's because that's gonna give you the additional confirmation that the move that you saw right at market open could actually follow through. With Adobe, you just have not seen that yet. So, and then what do you see? All right, well, it starts to drop back down. It's now consolidating at the lows, and we'll see what happens from there. That's, again, you got to wait for confirmation of all of these moves. So that's not typical with what we do. Usually, we're if that happens, we'll just kind of leave it be. But yeah, Novo approaching. Let's see. Where's Tilray? Looking good there. I mean, MSOS is probably still looking all right. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, those are going to be volatile, but again, with that rescheduling news potentially coming through, I mean, don't forget who gave you MSOS at 324, guys. Were we forgetting about that one too? MSOS there? Are we forgetting about that? I don't know. I wouldn't. I've got more in the pipeline coming for everybody too. Neo back up a little bit there. Let's see if that can get some legs, which would be nice. Up 35% on Novo. Jax, there you go. Yeah, it's another good one there. But yeah, really we're just waiting around here, seeing what's going to fire off, seeing what's coming through the news feed in the market, and then kind of going from there, guys. You know? Again, less trades, more profits. That methodology is going to keep you guys not only safe, but your portfolio is very filled. Let's see here. What else are we looking at? Oh, Newsmax? Where did that end up going? How's that looking? Oh, yeah, back up. I mean, you actually are potentially forming another setup here on Newsmax. Nice little post-earnings consolidation setup going up to break that 16 area. I like this. I've got a little bit of time on it, too, so I'm going to leave that one be. Really, really, really good-looking chart here. I want to see if that can get that nice blast off here, which it definitely could. Bitcoin? We can talk about Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin's getting murdered here. Yeah, I mean, again, it's just, Bitcoin's just breaking down. This is not, I don't think this is very complicated. It's just Bitcoin selling off, you know? You're coming back down to this area here. I think if you're looking for a spot, like you kind of saw, yesterday where it bounced off on the liquidation candle, like this is a decent area to be looking for this one to bounce. The problem that I would have with this is that you already saw it test this level and bounce, so coming down and testing it again, you easily could just blow right through it, and then you're kind of looking for, I mean, there's not anything really that good in here. I mean, 105,000 is kind of what you're looking for there on Bitcoin. Chipotle kind of invalidating. Is it for a potential setup? Let's look. No, it's still fine. It's still fine in here. Because it's a base, remember. You can flash around this 10 a little bit when you have these bases. That's okay with me. So again, good example of why we wait until and we don't trade those first couple minutes of the day, because there's a lot of crazy volatility happening and you don't want to get caught in a weird spot on Adobe. So we'll see what happens with Adobe. Maybe it starts to come up here later this week. You get that breakout, but doesn't look like he really wants to do it there, and that's fine. I want to see where Novo is. Where is that coming down a little bit with the market here? A little bit, but nothing crazy. This still looks awesome. Where is XLV healthcare? Okay, that's interesting that healthcare is now rejecting off of this daily 10 EMA here, or daily 200 EMA, because again, you do have a very, very interesting weekly breakout in the healthcare space right here. So you're basically just breaking and retesting the top side of the area, but in order to really confirm that healthcare breakout, and then be able to start seeing really significant moves out of like Novo, Eli Lilly, you need to see XLV closing above and respecting the daily 200 EMA. Let's see, HIMS, what's up with HIMS? I mean, where is it right now? I mean, that's fine. The thing that I was talking about with HIMS though, and I said it to all of the LTMP members, and I said it in the YouTube video this weekend, this bounce off the 200 on HIMS is pretty solid. Like, you've seen HIMS respect right around the 200 EMA on the daily time frame here a lot over the last like kind of year and a half. So seeing it bounce off of here this time, I actually don't hate as like an initial buy area, especially when you have this level as well that you basically just bounced off of. Now, that's not to say, oh, you should just go start slinging hard on HIMS, because you definitely are still setting up a kind of bad bear flag setup here that you could break to the downside. And if that happens, well, you're looking at 38 and potentially all the way back down into the low 30s, the spot where I called it last time. So just be careful with this area here. I'd like to see this thing form a little bit better of a base, start shifting to the upside. We could actually get a trade on that too. But yeah, I wouldn't really be doing a whole lot on HIMS here. It's not the worst spot to maybe dip your toe in, but it's not a place where I would start hammering it hard by any means. Basically, the base market setups have a little bit more leeway. Yeah, they do. They do. Because you're looking at the overall structure of it, and if you see a giant move to the downside, it's going to mess with the moving averages a little bit anyway. So, and that's kind of what happened with Chipotle recently too. So Neo's still looking good here, up 2.6%, looking solid. Congratulations to everybody that nailed this move. I mean, gave that one to you guys for free. Is MSOS setting up to go again? Yes. I probably wouldn't be looking at that right now, just because like we've already done our dirty work on it. Like this is one. So remember how I talk about in the course videos where like you'll see the initial break and then you'll see it continue, or like you'll see further setups along the way. The further setups along the way are like good spots to maybe put a stop. So like invalidating down below this range here at 434 would be an interesting spot to have a stop and profit. But this one to me, like if you're already in this one for where I gave it to all of you at 324, there's really not a whole lot to do with this on the shares trade front. If you have options on it, I mean, those are probably still looking pretty good here too. But there's really not a whole lot in addition to do with this. What I'm doing is I'm just kind of going through and just like highlighting it's like Neo. It's like highlighting the chart just because it looks good, but everybody's already in down here. So I'm just providing updates along the way, if that makes sense. AMD getting smashed again? No, AMD, no. Yeah, that doesn't look good. I think AMD is my number 2 holding there, so not great to see that one moving down. Neo's looking, I mean, I think still pretty good this morning. Palantir, I think, is getting hit too, isn't it? Yeah, dude, this does not look good. Again, this is one that you just stay away from. It's not one that you buy. It's not one that you short. You just kind of leave this one be and see where the market wants to take this one. You know? You guys are actually crushing the like button today. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. So we're going to go pretty long today on the stream. But remember, for everybody, so I'll be live every day this week at this time just because it's the last week before the prices for the LTMP group are going up. So if you want to lock in the lower rate, use that link that I just threw in the live chat there. And you also use code August. That'll get you your first month for $1 a day. We're just kind of spreading the word about LTMP, you know? Giving you guys the updates that you need on the market as well. RZLV, is that another? I feel like you've talked about that a lot, and it's just not what I don't really want this. Yeah, this is not one that I really want to go for here. I mean, Newsmax looking okay. I mean, this one's a little crazy, so it's going to have a lot of volatility. I've got some time on this one, so if this starts to snap, that'd be great. If it doesn't, whatever. NVO, how are we looking here? Still very good on Novo. Very good on Novo here. Where's Sofi? Sofi still looking good? Nah, not really. It did hit 25.50 today, but you do really need to see some follow through above 25 in order to kind of get that, obviously, that burst to what do you call it? 30. That'd be really nice. So Adobe, again, is trying to start working its way up here. So let's see what it wants to do. This one still kind of valid here, but it is a little bit more wonky than we would like it to be, obviously, especially with the market. Spread the word, don't stop. I know. I mean, nobody else is out here handing out multi-100 and multi-1,000% trades consistently. It's just like Friday, no. It's not. Friday, no stream is because I'm traveling, and then Tuesday, I might stream. I don't know. I got to look at my flight details. But then Tuesday, I'm not going to be around. I'll be around a little bit obviously in the Discord for you guys, but I'm not going to be streaming on Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Not this Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Sorry. Just letting you guys know. Yeah, here comes Adobe back up. So, I still like this. This could get interesting here. Novo looks good. Newsmax, meh. We'll see if we can get back above 15. That'd be nice. I do like how Adobe looks here, though. It's an interesting one. So we'll see. We'll see what that one can do for us. Newsmax making an attempt. Where's Novo? Sofi back above 25. That's good. Where's Neo? Nothing. Nothing too crazy. Well, no stream Monday, obviously, because it's Labor Day. Tuesday, I'm just not going to be here. I'm going to be in somewhere else. You know. I'd love to see Newsmax get a real ripper of a candle. Because it just reminds me of like our AEO, our Coles, our D-Nut, those big multi-1,000%ers that I gave all of you. So I think in the last, let's say 6 weeks here, I've given out how many? 6 1,000% trades? 6 of them? to the LTMP group. Some of them actually you guys got for free on these streams and on Twitter too. So we're just going to keep doing it. I'm just going to keep showcasing how good our stuff is and victory lapping. My favorite thing is victory lapping. It is very fun showing everybody's gains. It is a good time. Because it's like, I know there's so many people out there that doubt what we do. There's no way he's going to do it again. And it's like, nope, here's another one. And another. Oh, you thought those two were lucky after the last 5? Here's another one. It's just every time. No. So, I'm still watching Adobe over here. I want to see if we can get through. I just have an alert at this high just to see it. But, like, it's still going to be that 5-minute opening range right to the upside. Breaks out to new highs today. I think that could be a good one. I mean, where's Palo? How's that looking? Nah, nothing there yet, but still valid. I don't have a child. There's a lot of really good setups on the watch list this week. Actually, where's this one? Ooh, ladies and gentlemen. This reminds me of the 600-something% Roblox trade where it just like, I'll show you where it was. It was right here. It just reminds me of this. Like you're consolidating the highs. Usually don't like doing that very much. And then it just, boom, rips for us. So Adobe looks pretty good here. We got a lot of people are in here today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, next week we're gonna go back to the old, the normal schedule of 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, starting the public streams. But again, for all of you guys in LTMP, it's gonna be the same thing as usual. Newsmax trying to get back to 15. Neo around 650, or yeah, 650. That's good. Where is my new baby? Oh, Novo. Hello. Well-deserved vacation. I want to go have some fun, man. I'm going to go have some fun. Hit the like. Guys, we might hit the 200 like goal today. We got a lot of you guys in here today. Welcome. I think we could do it. But yeah, again, it's less trades, more profits. I'm only looking for perfect. That's why I say like, oh, every single hold on. Every single trade that I outline for everybody has the potential to run multi-hundred or multi-thousands of percent. It's because all the setups that we look at are just like perfect A+ high quality. At 9:15 is when the private live stream starts every day. What strike would I be looking for CMG if it breaks out? So this is going to be a good example of how we do things in the Discord. What do you think? What do you think I would look for, Taylor? Because guys, the group is all about learning. And that's one of the reasons why the prices are going up, because I only want the people that are actually serious at building these skills. This is not like a, oh, just follow me around type of thing. One, that's illegal. Two, it doesn't teach you anything. And the main reason why everybody's able to have so much success is because they are focused on the learning. So what strike do you think we would be looking for? Adobe getting close there. Not quite, though. A little volatile. Like, I already have an idea of where I would go with this. Not for sure, but I'll give you a range. I just want you to be thinking, not just like oh, let's just ask STV. No. Sofi pushing up? Where's it at? Yeah, there you go. I mean, again, this is another one. Like, even with all the crazy short-term trades that I give you guys, I mean, I also gave everybody Sofi at $6.55. It's another epic move there, too. So, let's see. You'd be looking at 47 on CMG? Let me look. Yeah, I like that. Except if it broke out now, you could get the September 47s. You could go the October like 48, 49, 50. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Yeah, exactly. Like Ryan trading like ETH, it's disgusting. And that's the point. Like my whole goal with all of this is to make you guys self-sufficient. I can make so much more money doing this stuff, especially like the social media stuff, if I were to just be like, if I were to prioritize that. There are different ways to just like have groups set up and like upsell, downsell, all that stuff. It's like, I just don't care. I really don't. You guys see all the crazy trades I hand out in the market. It's like, I don't need to do any of that stuff. My goal is to make sure that all of you guys that are actually willing and eager to learn have a place to do it, and you're able to actually get those skills. That's the point of all of this. More months? I'd go September or October monthlies. On a big basin break like that, that's what I would do. I'd get either, if I was doing 47, I'd probably get Septembers. If I was doing 48, 49, 50, I'd probably get Octobers. RKLB ripping today? That's up, yeah. I mean, I think that was a good weekly setup that we were looking at, right? Yeah, it's still not there yet. It's close. It looks interesting, though. Yeah, Adobe still hasn't done it. Oh, hold on. Newsmax. That's, hold on. That was weird. You see that? Moving around like that? You see Newsmax flashing around like that? That was big movement there. It doesn't look like it on the chart, but that was moving around. So let's see if it can go back up through these levels. 1524 starts to move back up. It's going to be volatile, though. Not a whole lot of volume going on in that one. Justin, we'd love to have you, man. Cool. Thank you. Not looking for you to hold your hand. Yeah, it's not. I mean, I hold you, like, that's what the course videos are for, right? Like, holding your guys' hand through exactly what we're looking for. But it really doesn't take you guys very long to understand, like, what we're doing here. It's not that difficult. Today would be a great day to join us in LTMP. Thank you, Kimberly. Yeah, I mean, again, this is the last week for you guys to lock in the lower rate. Prices are going up this weekend. Not for anybody that gets in before, like if you join this week. And again, you have Novo 58. Oh, there we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Novo moving back up. I like it. Yeah, my leaps are up about 18.5% there. That's good. That's good. I bet you guys are up more on the leaps because I know a lot of you guys were buying this break. I bought this break because I was like thinking about it here. Like I didn't want to go too crazy with it. Like I think I had 600 shares of Novo, and then I bought another 400 down in these levels here. And so I got a decent Novo position. It's not bad. But I also was looking at these setups here, and I was like, I kind of want the leaps as well, you know? Because if this thing does do what I think it can do, and especially with, like, you know what actually kind of pushed me over the edge? The healthcare breakout. Just overall healthcare bottoming. Like, that was kind of what pushed me over the edge to be like, all right, I'll take some more Novo leaps, you know? Because, again, I had them down in here, and I was up a decent chunk of money here on this move to the upside, and then kind of round-tripped most of the gains. Like, I still made a decent amount of money on that trade there, but it was, like, because I wanted to start trimming at 82.50. All right, Newsmax is ripping right now. There we go. Up 50% so far on Novo. There you go. So, again, a lot of volatility here on Newsmax right now. It looks like they're starting to see, they're hitting it weirdly here. It just is flashing around from like 15.25 to 14 something. So, watch this right here. This thing could get a little filthy. Yeah, Newsmax is getting jumpy. So, let's see if this thing can push through. Again, first target there is kind of 16, especially for a lot of you guys on the shares trade. I don't think the risk to reward up to there is that insane because the break was 14.10. Yeah, I don't think it's, I mean, that could be a good spot to go break even, but I do, yeah, 1 to 1.5, meh. I do think that if you're able to break through 16, you could really get going on Newsmax. Short dated Novo is free and at 137%. There you go. Thanks LTMP group, especially STV. Gene, there you go. Yeah, so let's see what happens with Newsmax here. This is like, I've slung this a little bit because if this does what I think it can possibly do, I mean, you're going to see some ridiculous stuff on this. So we'll see. Sofi new highs, nice. Adobe's not really doing it for us there. Novo and Newsmax both looking okay, but we know there's going to be a lot of volatility on Newsmax. So just be careful. I think people are going to start talking about this one too. Again, this is just, again, every single trade idea that I give out to you guys has the ability to run multi-hundred and multi-thousands of %. That's why, like, we don't have to win very many of our trades to absolutely crush it. We just happen to, because I hate to say it like this, but I'm really good at what I do. Tilray ripping, there you go. Boom, that's another one. Oh my God. Yeah, well, I'm going to tweet this out here, dude. This is ridiculous. I tweeted this yesterday. I was like, guys, it just, like, these charts, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Every single stock, or, okay, not every one, but 9 times out of 10, before stocks are about to make massive moves, they look the exact same. It's just a little pattern recognition. Neo gave it all back. That's fine. I mean, it's gonna move around like crazy. Look at that, up 20%. I mean, I might tweet this on Tilray right now. Might as well. Pay attention or pay a premium, guys. I'm giving you guys the opportunity to get LTMP for a really, really low rate. Get 50% off your first month. Come in and learn. If you don't see the power of everything we do here at this point, just quit the market, seriously. Because you're never going to see anything like this anywhere else. Hold on, I'm tweeting. Hold on. I'm tweeting. Just give me a minute. We're gonna have some fun with this one. Wait, do we have any community? Did anybody nail this? I'm trying to say. No, not yet. Hold on. All right. Newsmax looking pretty jumpy there, so let's see if it can get that push. 1550 today would be good. So here's another thing. I'll actually grab the link to this tweet here if you guys want to like, repost, do what you got to do on it. I mean, it's probably gonna get a bunch of views anyway, just because it's weed stocks. But yeah, there's a link to that tweet there. Drop a like, drop a retweet. But yeah, Tilray looking good. Newsmax hanging out at a good area here, 1525. I mean, it's flirting with this like break of like in push through Friday's highs. If it does that, I mean, you might see 16. That was a big move from down at 1426. And one of the reasons, guys, why I'm okay with holding Newsmax here and letting it flicker around is because I've seen things like this happen over and over and over and over again. And I also have an amount of size in it where I'm allowed to let it just flash around. Plus, it hasn't even come down and hit where I would stop out on it yet, which is like 1295. But these moves here, they're very volatile, and you got to give them a little bit of room to breathe, especially with these types of bases, especially on something like a Newsmax, where all of a sudden it could just happen all at once, and you're like, oh, here we go. And that's kind of what we're starting to see happen here on Newsmax. So let's see. I actually want to see if these contracts are snapping a little. No, not yet. But they should. Breaking through 1550 would be pretty big. Still nothing here on Adobe yet, but again, I think this has the potential to not only just be our next 1000% trade, but our next multi-1000% trade. That's why I'm giving this a little bit of room to breathe. But as you can see on the chart here, very, very, very volatile. So let's see. How are we at on the like button? Oh, we are 75-ish likes away from 200. Guys, we might do it today. Hit the 200 like goal on the stream. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Novo looking good. eBay not really doing anything for us here yet, but that's setting up soon. You got Adobe potentially looking really good here too. Equifax. What's the ticker? EQ. Is it? Bids keep going to 0 on Newsmax. On the options, that's going to happen. Is it EQIX? No. Oh, EFX. It's not bad. You're just banging your head on the 200 EMA there, which I don't like. Yeah, I mean, this thing, I think you could, I think the 1550 break here would be good, but you really got to see this thing get through 16. If it can get through 16, oh boy. But again, I think, so for all of you guys sitting on the sidelines right now that aren't in LTMP, that haven't gone through the curriculum videos and fully understood what we're doing here, this isn't something that you should be trading, because the most important thing in the market, guys, is fully understanding the exact reasoning behind why you're entering, where you're going to enter, how you're going to manage the trade when you're in it, and exactly when and why you're going to exit. Because again, think about it. If I just say, oh, Newsmax long, it doesn't actually help you with that. That's what the course videos are for, the live streams, everything. But yeah, Newsmax looking good here. Looking good. Novo looks good. So let's see if this can get some legs and follow through. I'll probably tweet about this again. So SOUN. This is just another one of those volatile software names. It's not one that I want to touch. I think this is another retail hype name that is, I don't think is really going to have a lot of, like, as much success. I think the risk-adjusted returns on something like that. Okay, so this is the way I think about things. And I tweeted this yesterday, guys. You all have to start being a lot more thesis-driven in your investing and in your market participation versus, like, hanging out on social media, buying hot stocks and trying to figure it out after. Like, it's fine in some cases to, like, buy Newsmax over 1550. Buy now, ask questions later. But that's in very, very niche instances where, like, you're just kind of looking at a chart that looks filthy and you're like, kind of got to take a stab at this. You already have a good idea of the thesis behind it. What a lot of people are doing is they're looking at something like SOUN, and this is not just directed at you necessarily, Sako, but just in general. People will be like, oh, the stock has run up a lot, and that means that it has the potential to do that in the future. And yes, it does, but it also has the potential to do this, to go from 17 to 12 in a very short period of time and leave you holding a big bag. To me, I'd rather use my analytical capabilities in the market to actually give myself a very, very solid risk to reward entry on a very, very good, let's say, name that has a lot of value and potential to grow, versus like just throwing money away at SOUN. Newsmax ripping here. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So that one is starting to get interesting for us. So again, I mean, I don't know how many more times you guys want to see me do this with all these moves. I'm just going to keep calling them out. You guys saw on Twitter yesterday, I called out Tilray. Tilray is up 20% today. Last week, we had the 1,000%er on Neo. We've got Newsmax hitting over here. I don't know. There was what? The Novos from last week were 350%. You had Altria for at least 250%. I mean, guys, these are serious gains, and they just are going to keep happening. So don't miss this last chance to hop into LTMP and lock in the lower rate. Your first month is $1 a day. It's $2 a day after that. And if you miss it, you miss it. There's going to be no, oops, sorry, SCB, I forgot. You guys have had, what, a year to hop in? Celsius, we can take a look at that very quickly. CELH. It's kind of rolling over here. I'd give this a week or two to see if this actually wants to set up at the highs. If it does, that'd be great, and I would be interested in trading this. But if not, you could easily see this one roll back over to the downside. Not really one that I'm all that interested in right now. Sofi ripping. We start to, oh my God, there we go. Should I tell all of you again that I gave LTMP Sofi at $6.55? Should I tell you that too? Every single position now that I've given out over the last 2 years is either green or wildly green. And those include Palantir at 15, Hood in the teens, Sofi at 655, Philip Morris at 95. Now you have Neo at 455. You've got, what do you call it? Novo. My average on Novo is now in the 54. So, I mean, what am I up? $4 on Novo, not bad, not the best, but I think that one could be a massive winner over the medium to long term. So again, pay attention or pay a premium, guys. As an affiliate, can you refer people to the $1 a day offer to start? Yeah, C-Rich. Just tell them to use code August and you're good to go. Yeah, a lot of you guys aren't going to be able to afford LTMP after this week when the prices go up. I'm only looking for the most serious people to come in and learn. If you miss it, you miss it. I mean, JPM week? What do you mean? I bet this looks good on the weekly. Oops, that's the monthly. Hold on. That's a good weekly setup there. I like that. Novo ripping. There we go. I already talked about Equifax. Jesus, scroll back. I already talked about it. Let's see here. We actually might hit 200 likes on the stream today. That'd be great. That'd be great. Novo, September 2026, leaps up 60% already. There you go. Thoughts on CMG without open today? Let's see. It's down 1.5%. It's still valid. Still valid. Confident with the setup. Well, here's the thing, Solar. I don't really know, and I don't really care. Right? Like, why? All we're looking for on Chipotle here is a potential basin break breaking above this 44.27 area. Other than that, I don't care what Chipotle does. Chipotle can knife right here, and it makes no difference to me, you know? You know? It's just a potential setup that we're looking for. If it doesn't hit the level, we don't do anything. Newsmax getting ripped now. It's fine. Novo looking good, though. Newsmax gonna see all the volatility on this thing. It is gonna be crazy. See? This thing's moving all over the place. Novo looking awesome, guys. Congratulations. That's just another epic one. Another epic one. Well, that was so. I've got to be up what? 30-something% maybe on the leaps. I'm up 20% on my leaps. But I bought them on this break. You guys got this break that I outlined for you guys. Less trades, more profits. Exactly. LTMP, guys. EL on the weekly. I didn't look at EL. I looked at ELF. Daily, I don't like. Weekly probably looks good. Yeah, it looks good. You got earnings coming up too close, though, I think. Or no, just kidding. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be one that I really want to go for here. AXP fired on Friday, and remember, on Friday I didn't want to take anything new because it was Powell Day. I was like, yeah, I'm not touching anything on all this volatility on Jackson Hole. I don't think that makes a lot of sense to do. What I would rather do is that if we are going to see an actual confirmed uptrend in the market, I'd rather just wait for the great setups to form versus trying to front run them and hoping that it actually follows through, you know? Because remember, guys, I'm never in any rush to do anything. You guys saw my gains on Friday. You think I'm going to rush to go flying around in the market? No. All I'm doing is waiting for A+ high quality setups to fire off, and that's it. Newsmax, come on, bud. Come on. I want to see you over 16 today. That's what I want to see. I want to see Newsmax get some legs, get over 16. That'd be fun. Novo, great move. Okay, so now we will have to worry a little bit about this zone on Novo. Then you've got 63.11 and then also 64. If you can get through there, you're going back to the 70s on Novo. That's what it's looking like right now. So where's Tilray? Up 19%, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus. So I'm just gonna keep doing this. You guys want to see more epic trades fire off? You're gonna keep seeing them. You're just gonna keep seeing them. Don't get left behind. Ooh, Tilray. Okay, this bug is pissing me off. Yeah, Novo, great move. Great move. Coming back to this zone will be interesting. Newsmax looking decent today, but again, gonna have a lot of volatility on it. We'll just see what happens there. First take profit for Newsmax, depending on your expiration, 16 and then 20. About 2018, what is this? 2024, the start of the gap. That's why I said I slung this. Like, this is a sling. You want Novo at 100? I'd love Novo at 100. Have a nice 6-figure position in Novo. That'd be fun, you know? I don't think it's out of the question that it does it in 2026. I really don't. I think it's very possible that Novo does that. It has no business trading where it is right now. No business trading down here. That's why I've hit it pretty decently. Like 1,000 shares of Novo, average 54. I got a decent size position on the leaps. Like, I think this could be a good one. And you guys know, like, I don't really like to screw around in the healthcare space. It's not my area of expertise. Novo's just easy to understand. Like, a lot of it has to do with what overtook AMD? Facebook. Facebook did. So Facebook and AMD are the top two. But also remember, I sold a bunch of AMD too. Yeah, like imagine what these options are going to do if Novo goes to 100. Just think about that. We're in position A here, guys. We've got Novo cooking. We've got Newsmax looking all right here. If anybody took a little bit of action on Tilray this morning, good for you. We got Neo doing what? Yeah, Neo still up in the green today. You guys should all still be up over 1,000% on that. Ooh, community gains. But we got Newsmax up 100%. Taylor, good work. Good work. There's another one. Are you guys going to miss the next one? Netflix? Let's take a look. Not a setup here yet. Not a setup there. Let's see. Is there anything on the news feed? Let's see. What do you think about BMNR and SBAT? I say stay the almighty mother F word away from things like that. I hate them. I don't think they have a good spot in the market. I think it feeds into all of the normal retail gambling nonsense that everybody loves to talk about, or everybody loves to just ignore, that everybody does, and that's the main reason why they're not having success. SBAT and BMNR are literally just like the risk-adjusted returns on them are horrific. Because what you're doing by being interested in those two things is you're saying, I want leverage on Ethereum. If I decided that I wanted leverage on Ethereum, I would just get leverage on Ethereum. You know? Why would I go for any one of these other things? Like, because then what you're doing with those is you're trying to basically trade them. You know? Like, you'd have to nail the entries on it, which most people are not going to be able to do. Could we do it? Absolutely. But like, it's just, I don't think it's a smart thing to be doing. The risk-adjusted return, when Ethereum goes down, those are going to drop like 60%. They're going to get murdered. That's the risk with them. It just, I don't like them. I don't think there's a good argument for anybody to come to me and say that this has a place in a portfolio. Newsmax getting hit there. But again, we know there's going to be a lot of volatility with them. Does that make sense to everybody, though? It's just like, ooh, it's the hype thing that everybody's talking about. And it's like, well, okay, let's just think about it like this, too. In general, when everybody starts talking about something, you usually want to just stay far, far away. You know? Like, why would we want to go and do everything else do something that everybody else is doing? If you want to have different results than everybody else, you have to think and act differently than they do. So why would we then be like, ooh, look, everybody's talking about this thing. Why don't we go do it, too? It's like, no. No thanks. Does that make sense, though? It's just like, when Ethereum goes up, those are going to go up a decent amount. But like when Ethereum goes down, which it will at some point, those are going to get absolutely murdered. And people just aren't thinking about that. You're buying Neo right now at 644. I think that's stupid, but do what you want to do with your money. It's not my money. You can do whatever you want. Here's what you should have done, Hottie. Here's what you should have done. You should have just listened to the breakout level here that I gave everybody at 5. You could have been an LTMP. You could have been up 1,000% right now on Neo if you had just hopped into LTMP over the last 6 weeks when I've been saying, oh, I'm just going to keep calling out multi-1,000% trades to everybody. But no, now you're buying it at 644. This is, guys, this is actually funny. This is the definition of pay attention or pay a premium. If you had paid attention over here, you would have gotten this entry at $5 here. You'd been up a lot. But instead, you are now paying a premium up at these higher levels. I hate to sound very cocky and it makes me sound like an asshole, but I'm telling you guys, I am just going to keep doing this. I'm just going to keep calling out the best trades in the market, giving you guys the best entries, having everybody be up multi-hundred and multi-thousands of percent, and the LTMP group is going to continue to be wildly successful. But what you shouldn't do is just see a stock in, again, I don't know if you're new to the stream, but like the amount of times that I have said, you don't buy stocks after they do this, you know, it's like, what do you think happens from here? Could it continue up and go to 770? Great, but it could. But if I already own a position at $4.55 on this thing, and I handed it out to everybody at $5 with the short-term trade, and all of the people that took it in LTMP, the private trading and investing community, are up a 10x. Does it actually, what would, this is the way you have to think about it, is like, what would you then think of me if I said, everybody else is already up 10x, you should buy it here? That would, like, logically, that would be like, why? I would be like, you should say to me, SCV, why are you trying to be, like, use me as exit liquidity? Would be the correct thing that you should say. I've seen so many guys, if anyone is allowed to sound like an asshole, it's you. I hope this gets across to everybody, because there are certain ways to operate in the market if you want to have any chance of having success, and buying stocks after I give them out and it's up 28% right now after is not how you do it. We get it, bro? Well, that speech wasn't necessarily just for you. It's for everybody. It's listening and understanding. Like, you got to make sure that, like, when I say these things, it's like everything I outline has the ability to do this. Pay attention or pay a premium, which is kind of a similar thing that's happening with LTMP this week. It's like, pay attention, hop in before the prices go up, or you're gonna have to pay a premium. Like, it's the same thing. Newsmax at 15. Let's see what it's gonna do here. I mean, this thing's wild. Definitely makes sense, but I hate to hear it. I was thinking it was a good way to afford some Ethereum. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to do it. Like, but think about it. If I wanted to leverage Ethereum position, I would just get leverage on Ethereum. So what should you buy? You should buy a membership to LTMP and take it slow and learn the skills to have long-term success. Don't ask me what to do. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I show you how to do it. The subscription, that's what I said too. This is the other thing, Hottie. This is something that none of the other people on social media will tell you. Don't be looking for, like, direct buys and sells from anybody. Don't ever follow anybody like that. Just don't do it. It's not going to lead you to anywhere good. They don't have your best interest in mind. They're trying to create more subscription revenue out of you. Which, again, I obviously have a subscription service, but the whole point of it is to make you guys self-sufficient, and if you don't want to stay anymore, leave. Go. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. You know, it's like, don't, because you have to, the most important thing about the market is fully understanding the reason behind why you're entering, where you're entering, how you're going to manage the trade when you're in it, and exactly when and why you're going to exit. When you can fully understand those things, it makes all of the volatility in between the time when you enter and exit a lot more manageable, because you have a better understanding of what you're looking for out of the chart. And once you see these moves play out time and time and time and time again, you know what you're looking for when you're in them. Like Newsmax here is a one that I'm slinging because the chart looks very interesting here. You've got an interesting sort of double bottom, nice little flip here. You've got a cool basin break after a decent earnings. And this one can definitely get memed a little bit. And if Wall Street Bets hits this, I mean, this could re-rate to 20 in like 3 days. So I'm giving this one a little bit of room to play out here. But then on something like Novo, like the whole thesis on Novo, and this is what I mean by being thesis driven. Like, I personally, if you think about human behavior, and this is one of the main reasons why I like Novo, we are really good around here at identifying human behavior and where they're going to go. Think about, okay, so it's really obvious when we do this, or when I did this for everybody with the Wall Street Bets week. And it was like, here's where they're about to go next. So once open popped off, it was like, here's Kohl's, here's AEO, and D-Nut. Those are gonna be the next 3. And then they all went. And it's just understanding what large groups of people in the market are just going to do. I try and sit here with you guys and try and get you away from a lot of the way that a lot of these people are thinking in the market, because it doesn't lead to anywhere good. But also, there are going to be certain times in the market where we are going to take advantage of that, where we're going to get the best entries. All of these other silly gooses out in the market are just going to pump it up, and we're just going to dump on them, because we're able to see where they're going to go next. Like, think about the D-Nut trade and AEO. So this is an interesting one. You can't actually really see this here, but like this was the initial breakout on D-Nut here, which was really fun. And then when it ripped up in the after hours, I think into the 5s, it actually might have been higher. Do you know what we did? We sold it. If I buy a stock in the 3s, within 4 hours, it's up in the 5s or 6s, guys, I'm getting out of it. Like, that's a gift out of the market. But you know what everybody probably did the next day? They saw D-Nut running up like this and they bought it. All you had to do was be an LTMP. I actually think I outlined this for everybody for free on Instagram and Twitter. 346 entry, boom. Then we had Kohl's. This one too, boom. Nice breakout to the upside here, above 10, massive move up. That was the 6,000% rate that I gave out to you guys. Then there was AEO. This one wasn't necessarily textbook here, but what was this? Was this the break? No, I think it was this. I forget which one it was. Actually, no, I think this was the breakout here. Wrote it up nicely, easy money. But we know where they're about to go. SCV strategy is easy to learn and works. It's not a complicated process that takes years to understand. He's also great at answering any questions on the Discord. Worth the money. Z's, I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's the most valuable group on the internet. I mean, Google breaking out? No, not a setup, though. It is moving. Not for us, though. We don't want that. Let's see. Yeah, keep smacking that like on the way in, too, guys. We are about, what, 62 likes away from 200? I think we could do it today. Novo back down a little. Newsmax flashing around. But yeah, I'm trying to be a lot more active on Twitter as well. So make sure you guys are following me over there. Short the VIX 2. I threw the link in the live chat at some point, but we're almost at 2,000 followers on the new Twitter account. That's fun. But yeah, nothing too crazy so far. Newsmax flying around. You got Neo in the green. You got Novo nicely in the green. You got the market just kind of chopping around here. And we're just waiting for our setup. So I think you guys were mentioning Palo over here. Yeah, Palo is still an interesting setup. And now that we're seeing this, the earlier entry on Palo is now 187.18. So you could actually use that level as the initial break. You can use that. So we'll see what happens this week. I think the market's just gonna try and balance itself out after Friday, and then we have GDP and PCE coming up this week. So that's gonna definitely be moving things around. But I think there's still gonna be a lot of money to be made over here, and I think Newsmax has got some potential. I mean, we saw it get a little jumpy over here this morning. That could always come back, and if the volume starts pouring into that thing, I would not be surprised to see that thing at 16 in a very short period of time. And if it breaks that, then you're kind of looking for that big move up to 20. RKLB's on fire. Yeah, I saw that weekly setup was interesting. Novo getting hit a little bit there. Uh-oh. DraftKings looking good. Let me see. No, that's not a setup. Nope. Nothing yet. We're getting there, though. Big earnings week. Yeah, well, we do have the potential for some post-earnings moves to fire off for us. Let me look at the calendar. Because I think we do have some fun ones. Well, NVIDIA, Snowflake, Crowd, Best Buy, Dollar General, Dick's maybe, Dell, Marvel, Ulta, Affirm. Those are kind of the big ones that I would look for this week. BBWI maybe, Bath & Body Works. Those could be fun. Those could all be good. We'll see. Oh, you know what? Where's Adobe? Is that thing getting close? It's getting there. Adobe is getting there. The open pump, it's just a pump. It's just a pump. I think the guy, whoever's like leading the charge here, standing outside of Drake's house and begging him to buy a share of Open is one of the most embarrassing things that I have seen. That is so like it's just so like blatant like embarrassment to the finance community. Embarrassment. You're going to sit there and beg an influencer to buy your stock? Hey, if you got to beg an influencer to buy your stock, it's probably not a good stock. And if you're doing it to get more eyes on the stock, it's just you pumping. You know? It's just him pumping. It's like, all right, dude, what are we doing here? You know? It's just embarrassing. Roku? Take a look at that. No, not a setup. Yeah, it's just embarrassing. Like, really? That's what we're going to do? We're going to go beg an influencer to buy our stock? What is he going to do? What is Drake going to do? Seriously, what is he going to do? Buy a share? Oh, look, Drake bought! What are we treating this like crypto, guys? Let's be adults here, okay? This is the market, not the playground at recess, you know? Why do I have to be the mature one? Why am I the mature one? Like, please buy a share of Novo. I already have 1,000 of them. I don't really want any more right now. I'm kind of good on Novo for now. I got the leaps. I got the shares. I'm good for now. Like, seriously, why do I have to always be the adult in the room? Why? I don't understand. I'm the 26-year-old. Vacation this week? Yeah, well, Friday. Friday is like 50-50 whether I stream or not. And then Tuesday, I'm definitely not streaming. Next Tuesday. Ooh, Newsmax dropping. A lot of volatility on this thing. Which is obviously to be expected. I still think it could go, though. Of Bank of America? It already hit the targets. You already ran through all the 2 targets that we saw in Bank of America. 49 and 49.30. Those are really good. I mean, you are kind of unk. All right, Cole. Whatever, dude. I thought I saw somebody throwing some Bank of America gains in the Discord today. Yeah, 112% on Bank of America. Nice work, Kim. Is that a second energy drink of the day? No, I had a coffee and now I had an energy drink. But also, I actually got some more sleep last night than I usually do, which is good. That's a win for the program. $70% on Sofi? On what? Oh, SoFi's ripping. Oh my god, there we go. I didn't even see that today. That's awesome. Oh, it's a good thing I gave this one to you guys at $6.55, right? Yeah, there you go. And the weekly breakout at 1360. You remember that one? Remember that one? Congrats, everybody. Now we're at 26. Ooh. I'm so surprised that I did it again. You know, like, I'm just telling you guys, it's not going to stop. There's nothing that's going to stop us here from me calling out the most disgusting trades in the market to you guys every single week. So let me throw the link in here again for you guys to hop into LTMP. Again, use code August. You'll get your first month for $1 a day. I also don't think there's ever going to be another sale as good as this one. 28.25 next target for SoFi. Yep. If you're trading it, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Can I do it on Novo now? Dude, leave it be. It's doing its thing. Leave Novo alone. It's going to be good. I think. I'd love for them to fire something else off for me today. I don't think Adobe's going to do it. It was close. No, it's just kind of chopping around there. Market's doing nothing. $196% on SoFi. Yeah. There you guys go. There you go, man. How much more do you want? You want to see more of this? I've got more coming. Let's see, Newsmax flying around. What are yields doing? That's fine. Nothing crazy yet. SoFi's really getting up there, though. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Yeah, congratulations, everybody, on SoFi. That's a really good move. I also, hold on, let me see. Guys, we're 60 likes away from 200. We've got like another hour on the stream. I think we can do it. I think we could hit 200 likes today. If not, I think we're going to be able to do it at least at some point this week. I think we got it. So again, you guys are never going to see stuff like this anywhere else. It's just not possible because there's nobody. I've never seen anybody else operate in the market with the ability that, again, I do. I feel like I just have earned the right to be a little cocky at this point from all of the, like, I mean, how many 1,000% trades have I given to you guys in the last 6 weeks? I think it's 6 of them. So, you either see it or you don't. Just hit 1,000 likes for ankles. If we hit 1,000 likes, you guys will get ankles. That's going to take a lot, though. I think maybe next year at some point, if we're still streaming like this, then maybe we can hit 1,000 likes. But that's going to take some time. I got to make a lot more YouTube videos for that. you know. If we don't hit 200 likes, you should start shutting it down one day. 1 week is punishment. No, I won't do that. Can we get another hat video? Oh, the CPI one on Instagram? Probably not. Those were fun though. That was a funny one. 196% on Sofi. Lobo, congratulations, man. There you go. There's another one. Those hat Instagram videos were awesome. They were funny. I don't know. There's so many things that I could do in social media to like get more views. I just don't care. I have a certain way that I want to operate on the internet, and I'm just going to do that. I don't really care what anybody else has to say. I don't really care what other people are doing. I'm going to do my thing, keep handing out the best trades in the market, and people are either going to see it or they don't. It's not going to make any difference to me, you know? Sofi. Looks good there. Actually, how about this? If you guys can get the stream to 200 likes, I'll stream for another hour. But you have 15 minutes to do it. So if you guys hit 200 likes on the stream, I'll stream till 11:45. If you don't, then we're going to cut it off when I decide. Because I'm bored now. There's not really much going on in the market. I don't think they're going to fire off anything for us today. So if you guys want the stream to continue until 11:45, like the video. If you don't, then I'll just randomly cut it off at some point. Yeah, didn't I give you guys open, like, where is it right now? Didn't I give it to you guys here? Or it was one of these. It was either here or it was here. I was like, I'm not touching it, but it does look like it wants to go a little. Top 5 here on YouTube. I don't know, man. I mean, you never know. I mean, we've been having fun on YouTube for years, but we haven't shown ankles a lot. What if you go buy it? Don't do that, Cole. Please don't. That'll screw up my channel. I think. I don't know. Thanks for the MSOS and Neo play. Gonna hop in LTMP today after golf. Julian, welcome, man. No problem. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, those two were really good. I'd like for Newsmax to do it. I think it can. I think it definitely can. Then Novo. Then we've got a lot of other ones on the watch list this week. So, yeah, Julian, welcome. So, yeah, when you guys are hopping in, I know there's sometimes some confusion. It's like all you have to do is connect to your Discord account, to your WAP account, and you'll get let right into the Discord. There's nothing on WAP. It's all on Discord. And then I'll send you guys the start here message. It kind of goes through kind of everything to expect out of the group. And then jump right into the course curriculum videos. That is step 1. If you have questions on any of the content in there, by all means ask. But don't hop in and then just be like, hey, what do I do? It's like, no. Go watch the videos. It's going to make a lot more sense to you. But yeah, the link is floating around in the live chat. It's pinned to the top. Use code August. It's $1 a day for your first month. It's a no-brainer. But this is the last week to lock in the lower rate. So if you miss it, you're gonna have to come in at a higher rate. So Newsmax dropping around 15. We'll see what happens here. It had a nice, interesting push up there. They knocked it back down. Let's see if we can kind of get back up at some point today. I think we'll see a little bit more craziness out of Newsmax today at some point. Up or down. I think it's just going to be really volatile. Yeah, MSOS was good. If you guys saw on Twitter, I did outline Tilray yesterday. Wasn't really a good entry on it, but I mean, that's just another, it's just another like showcasing of just like how effective the way that we look at the market actually is. So like, where is Tilray right now? It's still up 15-16% here. I mean, it could easily give a lot of it back, but like, think about it. I mean, that was it. The picture in the tweet is at $1.15. It's at $1.33. That's pretty good. Thank you, Mr. Sir. Thanks, man. No problem. That's what we do around here. So yeah, usually these streams are at 10:30 a.m. These public ones. That schedule will start again next week. It's just since this is the last week before the price increase, I was like, I'll come on this week for you guys at the normal time, make the streams public. But there's nothing really to do today yet. And that's what the LTMP methodology is all about. Like, there's going to be some weeks, some instances where there's just nothing to do. All right, Adobe's getting close. There it is. That's the old break. You still kind of want to wait for that 5-minute opening range. I want to see how these premiums are looking. How do they look? You kind of got to go for the next week's too, which is a little iffy. It does look good though. Is it too late to get into Neo? Yes. Yes. Think about it, guys. Like, if I buy a stock at $4.55 and then I also outlined to you guys a position at $5 and all of the LTMP students are up 1,000% on it, yeah, it's too late, you know? Usually the way that we think about that is that if you have to ask, you already know the answer, you know? You know, it's like Newsmax back above 15. Hello. Where's Novo? Yeah. Like, think about it logically. Like, if I were to come out here, Juke, and say that it's a smart idea, everybody logically should just be like, hey, whoa, why are you trying to use everybody as exit liquidity, you know? It's like, no. Like, and I'm always gonna be very, very, very straightforward and honest with you guys about my thoughts on the market. Like, and I'll tell you when I think it's good times to buy. Like when I was tweeting all about Neo on the weekly breakout, or the Sofi 1360 weekly breakout, like, and like I say a lot, guys, pay attention or pay a premium. It's very funny to see, like, the tweets or the videos or the calls that I make only get popular after the move already happens. It's like, guys, you've seen me do this enough to pay attention to when I start outlining things, you know? Like, and that's why I talk about LTMP as being so powerful, because we're looking at stocks right as they're about to explode. We are always getting the best entries on it with really, really solid risk to reward. Not chasing stuff around like everybody else once the market already starts moving, you know? So I hope that makes sense. And the beautiful thing about what we do too is that if you miss one, guys, and everybody in LTMP can attest to this, there is always another epic one coming very, very, very soon. You can't get married to these arrangements. You miss it, you miss it. There will be more. Exactly, John. Exactly. That's exactly what I was just saying. There's always going to be another one coming. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Exactly. Exactly. Where's AEO, actually? Earnings coming up. Not for me. I don't really think I'm going to play around with Adobe. I'd rather look for something a little better. Where's eBay, actually? Nothing there yet. All right. Yeah, we got 45 likes away until 200. If you guys hit that in the next 6 minutes, we'll stream until 11:45. If not, then I'll cut it off at some point. Not at 11, but, like, I'll cut it off probably, I don't know, whenever I decide to. Just kind of bored by the market right now, you know? It happens over and over and over. Yeah, I know. I'm just going to keep calling them, guys. But yeah, you guys have had enough time to hop into the group. I don't know how you could not see it at this point. Like, you want to do another 1000%er? I'm gonna do it. Don't make me do it. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be fun. It could be Newsmax. You never know. This thing could just start launching at some point. It started to today, and they knocked it back down a little. eBay reminds me of our 600% Roblox trade. Keep an eye on this one. This one could be a fun one too. Novo looking good today. Newsmax, I mean, it's still right around 15. That's fine. Now's the time to join because going into the fall and end of the year, trades are going to pop off and we're going to be ahead of all of them. Yeah, yeah. Daily Taylor, have a great day, buddy. Yeah, think about the stretch that we've been on, guys, and it's just going to keep going. I'm very excited for these trades to start like continuously hitting so that you guys can just keep seeing them go. I mean, they're just really, really, really fun. And then the best thing too is seeing you guys that are new to the group hopping in, going through the videos, asking a few questions, and then also like calling out names on your own and then being able to nail them and execute. Like that's the beauty of what we do around here. Like I know exactly how to get each and every one of you guys in here from 0 to crushing it. It's not hard to do. And it really is the way that we operate in the market and the way that I teach it. It's not difficult. As long as you're willing to listen and learn, it's not going to take you very long. You just can't come in there and be like, oh, like, what about this? I think this. It's like, no. It's not like a my way or the highway thing, but it's like, if we all see the ability, like in the potential for these trades, we're not going to be looking at anything else because we don't have to. Newsmax got whacked a little there. I don't know. It's going to be very volatile. This thing could start going all over the place at any given moment. Yeah, but eBay does look good. MSOS looking solid. Is it going there a little? Yeah, MSOS looking good. Anybody still holding that one from 324 when I gave that out? Great work. Great work. That's looking good. You get that rescheduling news, this thing could re-rate to like 10 really quick. Really quick. Novo marching back up there. That's good. What's the market doing? Nothing. Do you think it could have another move up? Well, the United States government owns a stake in it now, so I would say yeah. Like, and it's setting up here, kind of. Like, it might rip. Great and valid point. The curriculum was organized, well taught, and the strategies present a practical and logical way of trading. Thanks. I know, guys. It's not hard. I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink. Like, I'm going to just keep showing these to you guys, outlining the best setups in the market, and you either realize, oh, here's another 1000%er that you missed, or you don't. It makes no difference to us. I'm going to keep handing them out to LTMP. Oh, okay, not this weekend, but I might have a little bit of time this weekend to kind of organize the outline for the mastermind that we're going to be doing in September. But once that's ready, I'll send it to everybody. Just kind of what's going to be in it. Because I think towards the middle to end of September is kind of when we'll launch that back out again. That's like college education and finance that like it is actually the practical like application of everything in there, because the finance degree that I have is completely and utterly useless for what we do here. It's so useless. So it's like the things that I wish were taught. So last time we did it, it was like 10 weeks, 2 sessions a week, about an hour each, 30 minutes to an hour each on all those sessions. So you guys, I mean, I mentioned it one time and then everybody started going crazy. Like, yes, do it again. And I was like, oh, I didn't know everybody wanted to do this again. So, but yeah, we can definitely do that again. I'll do probably one a year. No, Kimberly. There's going to be a lot more stuff in there, too. UPS going on your base and break list? Yeah, I've been looking at it. I've seen it a few times. It's just, I don't really like this. This isn't like, this is more of like a bear flag than it is a base to me. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about in the mastermind is going to be new. But it will be a review too. Like, it'll be all of the stuff that we did plus a bunch more. In the last one. The last one was great. It's a lot of work for me, though, to do it. Slow day over here. All right. Well, it is 11. You guys didn't hit 200 likes, so I'm going to not cut it off right now, but we're going to be... Mastermind was amazing. Thank you, Kimberly. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. It was a lot of work, but like, I'm fine with doing that for you guys because it's like it is important to understand those things in the market, in the economy, and find everything. We'll probably do a lot of we'll probably touch on, because I don't think we did like the banking system really last time. Like, it was a finance degree without the 4 years. Yeah, it was. NUS. Let's take a look at this. What is this? New Skin Enterprises. It's a good setup. I like that. In the dorm room living. Hey, dorm room living is fun. I had a lot of fun in the dorms when I was in college. Apple going up. Not a setup, though. Not a setup. Yeah, nothing really today. We had the potential for Adobe to fire off, but it never broke to the top side of the 5-minute opening range. There was nothing really to do there. Novo looking good. Newsmax just kind of chopping around. I still like this one. We're going to give that one some room to breathe. And then kind of go from there. We have a lot of epic ones on the watch list, though. So for those of you guys that are hopping into LTMP, again, go through the learning curriculum videos, take a look through the watch list to kind of get an understanding of what we're looking for every single week. You'll notice it's like all the setups look the exact same. That's the point. We're looking for the exact same thing to happen out of the market out of these charts, because 9 times out of 10, when stocks are about to make massive moves, they all look the same. Which is why it looks like magic sometimes when like you guys see the moves that I call out, like Tilray from this weekend, like Neo and all of those. Like, it's not magic. It's just like these stocks all look very similar every single time they do this. NVIDIA. Well, the only thing that you would actually be looking to do on NVIDIA is looking for the post-earnings move on it. Other than that, it is not an intelligent idea to be screwing around with NVIDIA before earnings. It just doesn't make any sense. You're gambling. There's no way around it. If you're screwing around with NVIDIA before earnings, you're just gambling. Which is not what we do at all around here. Let's see. Google looking good? Google is not a setup. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I just got to run to the bathroom quick. All right, I'm back. Hello. Welcome back. But yeah, Google is what? Yeah, that's not really a setup there. You don't want that. It's just moving. It's like, guys, it doesn't, you gotta like, and I know you guys know this, but like you gotta make sure that you're operating consistently in the market, because the only way to actually generate consistent results is to have a consistent approach to the market. So like when people talk about consistency in the market, a lot of time people's brains go to, oh, consistent results, but they don't think about the actual like steps they need to take to get there. And they also think about it too short term. I think there's a lot of people out there that will just continuously talk about like, ooh, 1% a day and all that stuff. And it's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. Like it's not, one, you're not going to generate that. And two, it's like, well, why would you even have that as being the goal? Your goal in the market all the time should just be to execute like perfectly. Like if you aim for perfect execution, that's all you need to think about, because consistency is always going to come from a consistent approach. So if you can then think about the steps that you need to take for perfect execution, you're going to be in a way better position than the people that are all results driven. That's another reason why I tell you guys too, and I say this a lot, that the outcome of one individual trade to me is meaningless, because I know exactly what to expect over time if we operate in the market the way that we do. I know what's going to happen. The only thing you have to think about is sticking to the approach. Because if you can execute where you're supposed to, exit where you're supposed to, and only take the trades that you're supposed to, that eliminates almost all of the other mistakes that people are just going to make in the market. Chasing, revenge trading. You guys know it's impossible to it is, okay, nothing's impossible. It is so wildly unlikely to overtrade and make all of those nonsense day trading mistakes with the way that we trade in the market. Do you know why? Because we're on larger time frames, and you're never going to see these moves, you're not going to see like 10 moves fire off in a day and then all fail. And even if they did, which is highly unlikely, it's like you wouldn't have that much risk on them anyway, and you probably wouldn't even be able to trade that many of them, and the contracts wouldn't go to zero. Like, it is the best way to operate in the market. Nothing else will ever come close. It just won't. Like, where else are you going to see these big trades firing off all the time? You're just not. So, Novo looking all right today. Newsmax, we'll see what happens with this. It's just chopping around 15. A lot of people in here today, though. Welcome, guys. Welcome back. Where's Sofi? How's that looking? Oh, there we go. Sofi looking great, team. Again, that was the weekly breakout that I was talking about on Twitter, in the YouTube videos, everything here at 1360. It's at 26 now. Okay, so it's not a double. It's really close, though. So we need to get to 2720. Very close to a double. So, you guys want to see more? I'm going to keep doing it. I'd love for Newsmax to fire off. That would be a very fun one. Cut XLV. XLV is not a trade. It's a barometer. You know, it's an indication of where things are moving in the market. Like, if I were to talk about like industrials, like XLI, like we're not gonna trade it, but like we look for the individual names in it that are setting up, and then we play the leaders. Like, I mean, this is healthcare, but like then like a Novo or something. You know, that's what I was saying to you guys. I'm like, I'm not trading XLV. It's just a barometer. Seeing where things are moving to in the market. Yeah, very slow actions. I think the market's just going to be bracing for GDP and PCE. So GDP is Thursday, PCE is Friday. So I don't think I'm going to be streaming for it. Maybe we'll do a short stream Friday, because I have a flight I've got to get on. No. Mark, that's not, I think you're missing the point. I never used to believe it. It's an interesting goal to have, and like theoretically, if you're gonna, because theoretically, if you were to aim for that, then you'd end up doing, but it's not like oh, this is what our main goal is in the market, you know? All it really is just, it's like a compound interest lesson. It doesn't mean that's actually what you should look to do, because it's not, like, in that, I would always say that too. It's like, it's okay, well, this is what happens if you do this, but like, is it realistic? No. And like I said before, I've said this the entire time, it's like, a lot of that leads to like over trading, trying to do, because you're like, oh, I gotta hit this goal, and it's like, it's an arbitrary goal that doesn't matter, because your only goal in the market should be to execute. That's it. Just focus on how to execute perfectly. You know, that's what's important. The results will come. Making money in the market, guys, is just a byproduct of good decision making. So if that's the equation, good decision making equals making money, then all you need to focus in on are the different components of good decision making. So what is that? Well, it's systems, it's strategy, it's not operating like everybody else does, you know? Why do you think I can sit here every day and say all of the things that I do with confidence and then come out again and be like, see, I told you so? It's because what we're doing is actually working. And the way that we view the market is the correct way. Because you're tying in all of these psychological elements of it as well. You're like, oh, look, do we think that this type of action is going to generate positive results over time? Well, if the answer is no, then we don't do it. If the answer is yes, then we think about it a little bit more and be like, okay, breaking that down, how do we then make that even better? And that's where LTMP comes from. So here comes the market moving up a little here. Yeah, Newsmax just chopping around. Novo still looks all right today. There just hasn't been anything that fires off, and that's fine. We're just waiting for those A+ high quality setups to fire. Which you might get one today if the market starts moving. Where's Adobe? It's getting close. Where's Palo? I want to see a couple other of these. I don't think these are close enough. Like, where's Chipotle? That's probably not going to do it. What else? Yeah, I think that's kind of it that I was really looking for today, to see if those would fire. Let me see. I'll go through the watch list that I sent you guys. I obviously have the alerts for them all set. So if something hits, and you guys should all have the alerts too set up. Let's see. Novo losing steam a little. Market's turning up. I want to see Newsmax get moving again. That was fun for a minute there. Taylor, you too. Man, I don't think we're getting anything today. That's fine. Let's make a fantasy league? Nah. Let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, and the market's starting to turn up a little. I mean, you never know. There's just not like a whole lot going on today on the news feed. Well, we are getting some things, but it's not moving things around. Like, let's see. No, furniture tariffs. That was 37 minutes ago, though. Let's see. All right, guys. It is 11:15. We are going to be wrapping it up for today. Pretty slow day in the market, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll be back live for you guys publicly at 9:15 tomorrow. So we're going to do a little bit of a public live week. Seeing as it's the last week for all of you guys to be able to come in, lock in the lower rate for LTMP. I'm going to throw the link in the live chat here for you guys one last time. Remember, use code AUGUST. That'll get you your first month for $1 a day, and it'll lock you in at the lower rate. So I don't know if I'll get a YouTube video out for you guys today. I might not. We'll see. I don't know. I'll look around and see if there's anything worth talking about. But yeah, so let's see what happens. I mean, Newsmax, we'll see what happens there. Novo, let's see if that can start moving back to the upside, and then see if any of these other moves can fire off for us. But team, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in LTMP. Don't, again, pay attention or pay a premium. I'm just going to keep calling out the best trades in the market. It's just going to keep happening. So, folks, I will see you guys later. Peace.